What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol F for Ford Motor Company. On the left-hand side, we're looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. Now, first things first, this did have a catalyst today that someone from Apple will be joining the Ford team, but regardless, we're here for a technical analysis. I'm an expert in price action analysis and not so much the fundamental side of things. So, jumping into the daily chart first to map out obvious areas of support and resistance, then we'll talk more nuance from the 30-minute perspective. I'm just going to quickly point out a couple of areas that I see as important, and then again, we'll jump back down into that more nuanced area, and that's a quick roadmap for now, which should carry us through the end of the week. The last thing I'd sort of point out from the daily perspective is maybe this resistance trend line, because we are in a downtrend technically, right? We're continually making lower highs as well as lower lows. Shifting the focus now to the 30-minute intraday time frame to see what we can learn about this activity here. Well, although it was a pretty positive catalyst, you can see that price kind of went up, came down, and went back up. So arguably kind of net zero on the catalyst itself. I would just attribute this to regular trading activity here inside of Ford. Now, if we can get a break of the resistance trend line, where might that take us from the 30-minute perspective? Well, obviously there might be a smaller and secondary resistance trend line. You might notice something that looks like this, and this has a pretty tight fit, so I would argue it's something to pay attention to. Now, it's very close to being parallel with what we have as the daily resistance trend line, but just know if we get a break here, it's okay. Now we might be starting to reverse the trend here to the upside, but I would really wait to see this level here broken at 1332 to confirm a bit of a 30-minute trend reversal, right? And in which case you can start getting into those next upside daily targets. That would be the bull case here inside of Ford, and probably the only one I would really get involved in swing trading, simply because, again, you don't want to ignore the fact that we are in a daily downtrend. I would need to see some sort of solid confirmation that a reversal is going to occur before just jumping in long. Now, to the downside, if this does continue to roll over, you're just looking for a new lower low to first happen on the breakdown essentially of today's low, which did form a flush point, right? We'll do something like this and just zoom back in. You can see we have a number of touches all to the same level at 1282, which if tested again, I would imagine break and take us down into that next area of support from the daily perspective here at 1254. Now, why are we picking that? Well, simply because it was also a breakout point from in the past here, and I don't want to cherry pick the low assuming that it's going to come all the way down to 1238, and it might stop early, right? So that's why that's the downside target. As you know, if you've been around Ford at any point in your market career, you'll know it's easy to borrow shares short, and there's going to be plenty of volume here in the options chain if you do decide to trade it short via put. So all things considered, really waiting for any type of bullish confirmation if there's going to be an upside trade, but kind of looking to see if this downtrend will continue and give us at least an equal low, if not a lower low, into the future down there at $11.89. So if you enjoyed the video, if you learned anything new about the levels, let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.